Hey folks, welcome to Pawpaw John's Homestead channel. Glad you could join me. Today I'm going to take the DPF off my tractor and clean it up. It's really a simple process. A lot of the newer tractors have this this DPF, which is a diesel particulate filter, on them, and what it does is it captures the particles and burns the carbon off before it comes out the exhaust. Basically, place of the muffler that's in your tractor. Just going to bring you along and show you what I'm doing, and just keep in mind a little general knowledge and the confidence to get out there and do it will save you a little money from having to take it to the dealership or take it into a mechanic and have them do this. It's really a simple process. Just do your research. Everything's different. You might not have this same model tractor I have. You might have a different vehicle that has a DPF in it. And keep in mind now, these DPFs, they run, you can look them up, Google them online and look at some of the prices, and I've seen them anywhere from $900,000 up to $10,000. It depends on the piece of equipment that you have in. So just do your research before you dive off into it, but just know that you can do it and put those pennies back in your pocket. So come on along and I'll show you what I'm doing. This is the motor, and what this is right here on top, this canister is your diesel particulate filter. This here in the middle is what we're taking off. This is clogged up. That other end has probably got a lot of carbon stopping the flow. The reason I know it stopped up is because the engine will not run and there is no exhaust coming out of the tailpipe, which my tailpipe is down here at the front. There is no exhaust coming out here. Tractor will turn over, but it will not run. So we're going to pull this off today. Basically, it's held on with these two bands. You've got this hardware here holds a particulate filter to this bracket. We're going to take these loose. You're going to take this loose here because this is part of the particulate filter here. Let me go around here. This looks like the switch here. We'll have to, because these pipes are attached to the front, we'll have to take these pipes off here. We'll just drop them off of the sensor, and then we'll be able to move that the way we need to. We'll be able to move the front forward so that we can get the filter out of the middle. Really simple. It's not a whole lot to it. Any of you pulled any wrenches, this is a walk in the park. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hook a camera up. I'm just going to get the tools and roll on and just go through the process. Just keep in mind now, if you're going to do this, just do a little research. This is the way I'm doing my tractor, and this is the way I'm cleaning my particulate filter. We're just going to let that roll. All right. Get your pair of pliers here. These clamps are up here. You reach up, grab them, pull them down, pull both sides, make sure both sides are down. We're going to disconnect this. Pretty simple. Couple of bands, couple of hoses, took out a couple of bolts, and there it is. All right, so you have this seal. There's one at the front and there's one at the back. Got to take those off. All right, so it sits in here this way. I want to show you this end first. This is the exhaust. This is where it comes out at the end. Pre-burns it before it goes out to the exhaust. This is the inlet end. And as you can see, that is completely stopped up. And that will not let any air go through it. So I'm going to backwash this. Take this off. I'm going to force water in this end to blow all this carbon off. So I start with water, and then I move to compressed air and use the compressed air to blow all the water and the extra carbon out. That's what all the big fuss is about. And that right there made me think my tractor was tore slam up, because it sounded like rods were about to come out the side of the motor. So if you're having a problem, there's another way you can rule this out from troubleshooting. And I used all over the internet, I'm pretty sure. But at the bottom, I'm gonna set this down. On the side over here, most of them have some type of relief. Now this bolt, you can remove this bolt from this. You'll have to check with the manufacturer. But you can take this off, and if it cranks up and runs okay with that off, it blows a little trash out. But if it cranks up and runs okay with that out, and it's not knocking and carrying on, sound like it's gonna blow up, chances are your DPF, your Diesel Particulate Filter, is stopped up just like this one. And what that does is it comes through here out of the exhaust manifold. It comes up to this turbo. It comes out the exhaust. What isn't recirculated, it comes out the exhaust here. It comes out of this canister here, through that DPF, that filter, into this end right here. Comes down the tailpipe, and actually the tailpipe is the front pipe. I'm going to show you the inside of this canister. This is the front part of the canister. And I think part of the problem was it had some water in it. Slung it out, and it went through the DPF and just collected all the carbon up and just clogged it up. Anyway, I want to clean this up and get it back together. See how caked up that is? Air can't get through there. That is completely stopped up. All that's carbon, so we're going to blow it out from this side. So now I've got to get something on the ground. Okay, before you put the canister back on, you want to crank the tractor up, blow the soot and the trash, anything that may be down in here. Go ahead and blow that out of the system before you put the filter back on. And once you do, you won't have to worry about all this stuff, you know, catching and clogging your filter up again before you can before it go through another burn cycle. But anyway, that's it. I'm gonna crank the tractor up real quick. The filter's on the soak, and I'll be getting it in just a minute. Okay, folks, I'm back. This has got to be one of the dirtiest jobs that I've had to do in quite a while. This end was completely clogged up, and this end here was looking pretty bad too. I backwashed this and blew out this carbon. There was about a 1/4 inch thick of carbon on the intake here. It took a while to get that done, and I had to break out the power washer. I power washed it, let it soak for a while, let it sit for a while and drain, and then took my air hose and I actually got more out of it then than I did with the power washer. But anyway, this is what it looks like now as compared to what it did. About to put that back on. It's up and running. I'm going to get the nasty off now. Folks, I appreciate you watching. I'll see you next time.